Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to Raw Day Trading. We had a decent morning post Labor Day weekend. Um, the gap scanners weren't showing much, so I kind of just sat and made a few attempts out of the open, and the BOF continuation name made a decent move. I didn't even capture most of it. I think you'll see in a sec. I backed off a little bit too early, but this was this was the name. It had run up a couple days ago, and all last week it kind of stayed in motion and came just made a monster move for the name. Pretty controlled, pretty decent predictable volatility, and we got some good trades on it. And then I backed off. It went way higher. Um, yeah, that's about it. So let's get into the video. I'm still kind of watching it out of the corner of my eye, trying to wrap up here so I don't get sucked back in and give back any money. I always get a little bit annoyed when I let stocks go like that. So just doing my best to avoid marketing back in, making life more difficult than it needs to be. Just got back from vacation and I am just chilling. So, all right. The main action out of the open was on AUUD, and this name it has. Actually, let's just go over here and take this to the daily. AUUD has this very strong habit of popping up and reversing, popping up and selling, and popping up and selling, opening high, selling, etc., etc. Today was no exception, and it sold off very, very quickly into the open. I think it made half an attempt it broke highs for just a second and then just totally reversed. And even on this 1 minute chart here, um, these candles that are just so even, like where the price doesn't break below 39 and it doesn't break above 42. To me, that just shows there's a lot of market makers that are in control of this, and not much actual human trading, which means it's going to be, for me, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to trade. So I was careful on it. I just took one trade on it, and I think I made $15 on a scratch and moved on. I was not in the mood to force it today because, like I said, it is the first day after Labor Day weekend. It is September 3rd, yada yada, and sorry, that's Okay, so here's the video out of the open. Within the second minute, it's already reversing, so I'm ignoring that. There's this other stock CNFR, which I don't have up on the recording screen. And then there's BOF, which is kind of bouncing around. I'm not in the mood to take anything right now because it just looks very undecided over here. You can kind of see it, how it bounces high. Um, so up here, okay, yeah, it bounces high, sells off, bounces high, sells off, and it's kind of still holding. I'm looking at it for a trade, but it's still in this kind of undulation mode, and it's too high for that mode to buy right there. So I end up focusing on something else because it's only 3 minutes into the bell. There's still a lot of opportunity. And I go to, there's VUZI is a name that I was familiar with a while ago, probably back in 2021. And I remember this name. It was one of those kind of meme type garbage names. And I get one pretty decent trade. In this area, I think. Let's see if we got it right here. 945. No, 937. Yep. Okay, so yeah, here. Starts breaking down, sort of holding. I don't even think I'm looking at it right now. Okay, now I'm on it. I'm switching around kind of quick, but trying to slow myself down because I just want to make sure I have good execution on these trades. That's one of the things I wrote in my weekend notes to pay attention to this week. I let BOF go on that move. That you can't see it on the screen. Okay, so now I'm focused on VUZI. It's hesitating here, and it had some signals on the level 2 that I was interested in, and I'm holding here. There's a seller up there, but it already had sold off so much, and it was kind of holding, and it pops up to 23. So that's a quick 5 cents on 3K shares. I'll take $150. That's totally cool by me. I let it go fast, and I think it goes a little bit higher, but not much. And then at this point in time is when BOF starts to move. And starts pushing 275. I don't think I take many trades down here. 37, 45. Okay, this CNFR starts to move. It's under $1. I was expecting it to break $1 here because it had all the nice signals for it. I take it out just before it breaks and for a little small winner. But it does end up going in a little bit here. It's still holding up, however, hasn't broke. Everyone's expecting it to break. I'm hesitating, and like I'm playing with it to where like I'm trying to get in at a lower price, and it's just pushing the stock up. I'm not marketing in because I didn't want to get reversed on. And then I missed that. I missed the break on it. That I could have done way better on. But the entry would have been down here more in this area as this candle closes in 97, and then this seller right here, as that starts to break, that would have been the entry, and then holding as it's hesitating right here beneath 1 for me would have been a great trade. Yeah, I would have kept holding there. And then, yep, keeps pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher. This would have been a sketchy spot right there. I would have been wondering if it would have reversed. I may have taken some or all of it off. But then it goes, and that's good. And I take this opportunity to remind you, day trading is risky. Make your own decisions. Don't listen to me. Talk to your investment advisor. I am not giving investment advice. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. Yada, yada, yada. Do your own research. All right. So CNFR ends up going actually pretty high. I end up being pretty surprised by it. And it's another decent trade right here. That was all based on level 2 action. I was able to kind of tell that the momentum was shifting high. Even though I bought high there, it was pretty clear to me based on like what was going on that it was not over. It did not die. It did not reverse. There were small indications like the way the price was like popping up higher, making a little bit new high. That to me signaled that there was a high likelihood that we would see higher, even if it did shake out around for a second, and that's why I held. And I got maybe 4 cents off that, which is nice. And at this point, I'm sitting up decently, 355. I start to become pretty risk averse, which is okay, but the market today offered more opportunity, and I could have been a slightly more aggressive, traded maybe with smaller size as it got higher, but I just did not. I opted to keep what I got, keep what I did, and I just went from there. Where's my okay. All right, let's see if. Okay, so now you can see BOF there is moving. This is my main focus now. I actually have to go through the tape today and watch it a little bit slower. I might post that as a separate video because I think it's pretty interesting. It's from this point on that I kind of know that it's going to go, and I know it's going to go pretty hard. But I did not position well most of the time. I did have one good trade right here where it tapped 98 and then it's pulling back. And I'm not buying at the highs. I'm buying as it's signaling lower. Right. Waiting. Okay, I'm in there. And then that's what I like to see. It was immediate resolution in the favor. It tests my entry level a bit. I was almost about to stop out, but I was like, no, it's in a great position. And then I was able to unload up there at 299, 298. And I had very good timing on that exit because the bid did end up going back down to 92, 91. Then I kind of let it go for a second. I was like, okay, it hit 98, it hit 3. It didn't break through, didn't even signal like it was breaking through to me. And I was like, this is a high potential for a trap. There's a lot of volume. The 5-minute looks okay, long term looks okay, but I got to back off for a second. And at this point, I was already up near 5. And I was just playing very carefully. I ended up taking one more trade on it as it goes, but you'll see it goes way higher here. it just keeps roasting and popping higher, consolidating, popping higher, consolidating, popping higher, and popping all the way up to 411 to where it finally makes a reversal. And I may, like I said, I may make a separate video just watching through the tape here and commenting on it. Even though I didn't trade it, I think it would be good for me, maybe educational or interesting for you guys, and we can go from there. But that was the wrap of the overall day today. It's pretty decent, pretty easy. I let it be easy, which is always it can be a struggle, like walking away when you're good. But today I did a great job of it, and I think that's going to be it for the day as far as trading goes. So, peace out, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.